what's going to happen. You're inviting that team onto you, continuously inviting them onto you. You're saying Jesse Lingard's our striker, everybody else defend. You're taking Ronaldo and Bruno off. I understand it in a way because you want to save them for the weekend, but it's so defeatist. Surely, you take every game as it comes. And you know, at the weekend, if them players aren't fit enough, possibly you're going to have to rotate. You should have good enough players to do that, considering the options we have on our bench and the fact you said you're happy with our squad. In that moment, I think you've got to play for the win. You've really got to play for the win. It's the Champions League. And that loss is massive, massive in our group, because that means that, to me, the weakest team in our group, the same way with Istanbul, we've let beat us. And we know what happened last time when that happened. So I think that decision was just so defeatist. And I think the way that Jesse kind of gave that goal away just completely summed up the whole game. I thought there was mistake after mistakes. Someone tell me why we constantly give it to Maguire and Maguire's booting it out to Shaw. It's so predictable. Half the times the pass wasn't even reaching Shaw. It was going out. And two, they were reading it every single time. The problem is in our team, we need a CDM badly. We need a CDM that can play in that role, and we've not addressed the issue this summer. We've really not. We need someone who can break the lines. We need someone who can control the midfield. We need someone who can take pressure off Bruno and Pogba, allow them to get forward a little bit more, and we've not got that. And Donny and Fred didn't do that. To me, Donny played how a number 6 should play, but I thought Fred was poor first half, and then it just kind of Donny didn't give him his chance. I thought Fred did okay, to be fair, when he was left in there on his own, but what's he meant to do? There was no midfield, absolutely no midfield. He can't hold it up all by himself. I mean, we know he's not a CDM, so that issue was really prominent to me. And do you know what else? I don't want to go in on Wan-Bissaka because everyone can make a mistake, but he's had such a poor start to this season.
حاليا أنا بالسيارة بدي مساعدة حطلع معانا. أوكي. لا فضي البنزينات معاي.
I think now all the levels have gone up. You can tell Wan-Bissaka is a little bit out of his depth. I think his touch is bad. I think the way he gets forward isn't attacking enough. I think he doesn't take risks going forward. I think he struggles to get to the byline and get a cross in. All things offensive fullbacks should be able to do. And for me, playing to Manchester United, you need to be an offensive fullback. You can't just be defensive. We know he's got an absolute worldie tackle in him, and you saw that clearance the other day off the line. But his positional sense isn't great, and he can get caught out. And you've seen it again. He's like in the world of his own. His touch, bad, red card, team under pressure, and now we've lost the game. And ultimately, it's not all down to Wan-Bissaka, because I still think a team of Man United's quality should win that game. I think you should win it. Drawing it, all right, but you should be going out to win it. I mean, Chelsea went down to 10 men and they still managed to draw against Liverpool, one of the best teams that there is in the world. It can't all be down to Wan-Bissaka. The management does have something on it as well. And I thought the way we played afterwards was just part of Bus FC. It's what you'd see from Newcastle. And then you see Dalot come on, and he's taking free kicks. Dallow's got the ability to take a free kick. So if Dallow's got good delivery, why aren't we playing him in games like today when you could have afforded to play someone a little bit more attacking? Why aren't you giving him that chance? He's got a better delivery than Wan-Bissaka. He's better going forward than Wan-Bissaka, in my personal opinion. He's got better technique. No, he's not better defensively. He's poor defensively. And that's why he's not our first choice right back. But in games like this, 11 men, when you can afford to get that attacking right back into your team, I don't get why he's not getting a chance. And that's another thing under Ollie. I do think in games like this, you need to be able to change it up. And I think Dalot being on free kicks proves he's got good delivery. So why don't you make use of him? Why don't you make use of your squad? And I just think it was poor management all around. I think the only highlights we can take out of it, Bruno and Ronaldo, again, individual brilliance. Bruno's assist, and a worldie assist. Ronaldo, it just goes in the back of the net. It doesn't matter how it happens. And I also think De Gea made a few good saves as well that kept us in the game. But apart from that, I mean, no patterns of play. The players look lost. They look like they didn't know what to do. Booting up the pitch. Little link-up play. Lack of chemistry. I thought Maguire's been looking really slow recently, and not the same Maguire that we saw last year. And I thought the subs just didn't make sense. And I thought, overall, yes, Wan-Bissaka, poor red card to give away. And he shouldn't have done it, but the management led to the loss. And I really do think that. I think you still could have saved the game, but I mean, it is what it is. You've got to move on now with it. It's extremely disappointing, but we move on to the next one. We keep our momentum going in the league and hope we've got to win the rest of our Champions League games. It's as simple as that. We're all disappointed tonight, guys, but I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a better result.